Gentlemen, thank you guys so much for checking out another episode of Forsaken Pride, where we talk about men's health, wellness, finances, fitness, grooming, and everything under the sun of being a fucking man. I am your host, Mike Austin, and today I'm joined by Justin Toon and Vince Morrell, as always. And we have a special guest, man, the calisthenics king, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Austin Dunham, bro.
What's up, everybody? What's good? What's good?
Yeah,
Forsaken Pride, man.
I'm glad you're here, bro. Honestly,
Hey.
I wanted to say this shit to you off camera, so I'm gonna say it to you now. Unfortunately, it's on camera, bro. But I really do appreciate it.
Unfortunately,
because I wanted this shit to be genuine, bro. You know what I mean? I don't want to say like fuck this shit. I don't want to say this shit in front of the camera. You know what I mean? But I really do appreciate you being here, man. Like, I mean, we've been friends for years, but like even like still just hopping on the flight, showing love, bro. You know what I mean? Even last night taking me to another podcast you did, you know, just like. Want to win, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, of course. Yeah, you're always showing love, so gotta show love back.
I saw that on your story.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was dope.
We ain't gonna talk about them niggas though. We're talking about this.
All right, so out the gate, if I don't, because I just met you the other day, so if I totally don't know who you are, how would you describe yourself to somebody?
All right, so I would describe myself as a teacher, a coach towards men. I'm into fitness. I teach men about fitness, how to get in the best shape of their lives, training through calisthenics, which is bodyweight training. More recently, I got into just overall holistic male self-improvement. So that includes not only fitness, but finances, relationships, leveling up and becoming the best version so that you can get into that top 10% so you can get what you want out of life. And so I realized I've gotten what I want out of life, and I'm naturally a teacher, so I just teach guys how to do the same thing I've done for myself over the past 10 years. So yeah.
Like when I first heard about him, it was like a home chest workout video, and I'm thinking like, yo, like who the fuck is this guy, bro? You know what I mean? Because like I was interested in calisthenics, I was interested in bodyweight training. This is back when I was overweight. And basically I would see calisthenics videos and stuff, but I never saw anybody that looked like me. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, bro, here come this black dude, bro. Good shape.
It was always a lot of white people.
It was a white dominant sport. Like it was like a European sport.
Yeah.
And then,
it's time to pass the torch.
And then when I watched this video and everything, obviously I got inspired. I wanted to get into the gym and things like that. But even before then, you were doing like tech review videos and like how to take a selfie and stuff like that. Like years before I even found your stuff. So you've always naturally had that inclination to be like, hey, like I'm learning this new thing. Let me just post it. See if other people will learn the same shit too.
Facts. Yeah, I've always been a creator, and I've always loved online communities. So even before I was posting YouTube videos, I was always active on forums that I found interesting in whatever I was doing. So I was a nerd when I was younger. I used to solve Rubik's Cube, so I'll be on Rubik's Cube forums.
I'm still trying to figure it out, bro.
Yeah.
The kid told me how to do it.
I was super into that. Like how I was into or am into fitness, I was into Rubik's Cubes that way. So I'll be on forums. I'll be on fitness forums. I'll be on dating forums, searching up stuff. And I was a virgin at the time. And then I just love creating. I think that's my like artistic passion is like creating content, creating videos. So I've been doing that ever since I was 11 years old.
Shit.
Yeah. And I've been
16 years in the game.
Yeah.
So what was the first video you remember you recorded?
First video, I used to play this Flash game called Club Penguin.
Hell yeah, bro.
Remember Club Penguin days?
Hell yeah. That's gang.
That's gang. Facts.
This gang.
Man, if you didn't play Club Penguin, you were missing out, man.
Making the pizza mini game.
I missed out.
Dancing and shit. Like
I missed out because I never.
It got wild though.
Yeah.
I would create these videos called Club Penguin music videos, where you would take a popular song and you would create music videos on Club Penguin and edit it into like a cool montage.
I've seen those, bro. It's like how people do with GTA.
That's how I wanted to edit, actually. Like, Club Penguin music videos, man.
Holy shit! I didn't know that shit got that deep, bro.
Yeah.
You play RuneScape?
I never got into RuneScape though. It was too confusing for me. Yeah, I never got into it.
It's like a 2-bit. I always heard people talk about RuneScape. I never.
It's like I was RuneScape.
No, honestly, like when I was coming up, like my mom was just like, "Hey, you're gonna play Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario Brothers," and that was it. Like I had a fucking GameCube. Like we had a.
She was Sega pilled.
Yeah, not for real. Like, Sega and Nintendo's, and like we had like a computer in the desk, like right here. And I wasn't allowed to use it unless it was like doing my homework or like fucking reading Rainbow and shit like that.
That's reading Rainbow.
Yeah. Or like fucking Madeline, like that little French girl cartoon.
Oh yeah.
I could play that or Caillou, but I couldn't play like I couldn't go on the internet. Yeah.
Did anybody play Stick Arena?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, I was like top 5 in the world at Stick Arena. No, I swear to God.
What?
I swear to God.
I didn't even know there was rankings.
I was ranked. I was in clans.
You talking about Stickman fighting?
Yeah, it's like a 2D Stickman fighting game.
He's on the leaderboard.
Yeah, I was on the leaderboard, bro. Yeah, I was in clans. Austick. AUS Stick.
And shit
Not
was
autistic.
Shit was dominating the internet when
Neurodivergent.
Yeah, pretty much.
He was a divergent.
Neurodivergent.
Oh, what's the fuck? I didn't know you could be number 5 in the world. Like, what the fuck? I thought these were just computer games. I didn't know it got deep like that.
Dang old
Yeah,
computers.
man.
I played WoW, bro.
What the fuck? All this.
World of Warcraft.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was a fucking didn't touch grass.
Didn't breathe there.
Didn't breathe there.
But back to the point, I realized about my traits in regards to the hobbies I was into, the Rubik's Cube, even Stick Arena or Club Penguin, the content I create. I've always been obsessed with something. I get so obsessed with something that I learn everything about it. I try to be the absolute best at it. And then whenever I got into fitness and calisthenics, I correlate the same thing there. So I wanted to be the absolute best at it. I wanted to be in the best shape. I was in Air Force ROTC, which got me into calisthenics in the first place. And I did that because I wanted to stand out amongst the detachment and be like the best fitness person there. So that
Not hard to do.
Say it again?
Not hard to do.
Oh, there were some runners in ROTC, like the skinny guys who can just run. So
I mean aesthetically.
Oh yeah. Aesthetically in ROTC, it wasn't too bad, but I just wanted a way to stand out. So that's why I've always had a obsession with something.
You guys had to do like drills and like physical tests and everything.
And I sucked at first.
And that's what I was about to say. Like you told me that you were pretty bad at it, so you were just like, yo, like,
and I was going to the gym and I still sucked.
Yeah, like what? Damn. Yeah. So you were like, yo, like what do I need to do so that I can do more pull-ups? What do I need to do more push-ups? That's how trends.
Did you do it high school and college, or did you just do college?
No, just college. I did real RTC.
Real RTC.
People confuse J. Rossi with real RTC.
Yeah. What were you doing in high school? Sports.
Band.
He was in a band.
Nice. What did you play, bro?
French horn.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I love this man.
I just real humble beginnings, man.
Bro, speaking of being a nerd, I died last night in D&D. Someone set up a bomb, and it was basically like if the surface of the sun showed up for half a second, and I was right next to it.
I'm lost.
No. Like anyone would die to the sun. So anyway, remember how I told you I wanted to be a goose?
Yeah.
So now I'm rebuilding my next character. I'm gonna be a goose.
So to preface Vince, bro, Vince is obsessed with geese.
You
like the actual bird?
Yeah,
like the actual
you pushed it on
goose.
me.
I did not. No,
I ran with it.
Like
you took that bitch and you ran with that motherfucker, and you still running. we call the Forsaken Pride supporters like Goose Gang, because Vince was like, yo, it's a gang of geese. It's a gang of geese.
I was wondering where that came from.
That came from this man right here.
And the niggas like, he was like, power of the goose. I do not fear the moose. And I'm like, how the fuck are moose ops?
Like he would just randomly honk. He
honks and barks randomly.
I'm weird, but I love myself.
And then when Apple dropped new emojis, they dropped the goose.
He lost
this.
He lost it.
Fan service,
bro. Like you were telling me and Justin, like you're so involved in geese now, and you say it so much. You'll be scrolling on social media. And you'll
that was months ago, bro.
Like goose apparel.
That was like 5 months
mugs.
Ago. Yeah, silly Goose University alumni.
Goose Gang, bro.
Yeah,
but no, like
just kidding.
But going back to the point though, is like like niggas wanted to learn how to do more push-ups, pull-ups, and all that stuff, and like. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are. I'm not involved in military knowledge or of any kind, but I assume it's like 50 push-ups, 100 squats, or some shit like that.
Each PT test has maximums, so I always try to reach the maximum thresholds. I can't remember. I think it was like 65 for males.
Outstanding high is the max.
Yeah, whatever. It's different for each branch, I think.
Yeah.
But I think it was 65. A mile and a half was 9:15, and then sit up. I forgot sit up. It's like 60 something. I don't know.
Which those are easy because you just like if you want to if you want to cheat it, you just pull your feet to your butt, and then all you have to do is touch your thighs.
Really?
See, I never hacked it like that.
Really?
So but they got rid of that because sit-ups are bad for you anyway, especially the way people do them.
Sit-ups suck, man.
Yeah, they're really bad for your hips and for your lower back. The way people do them, so they replaced it with planks. So like you just have to do
like a static hold plank.
You just have to do a plank for 3 minutes.
For 30 minutes?
3 minutes, bro. No, you seen the state of men these days? That's not happening.
Have you seen the state of America?
Yeah. But like for me, for a 27-year-old male, my good low is 44. So the bare minimum is 44, and I don't really care too much, bro. I just bang out 44, 3-minute plank, and I just maul the rowing machine like a bear on crack, and I go home.
Yeah, hey, get it done.
No.
See, in RTC that wasn't good enough though. You had to be the best if you wanted to get what's called an enrollment allocation to go to field training. Because Air Force though, they get a lot of bad rep. They're super selective, not only for their enlisted but also especially their officers. So you had to high GPA, high physical fitness, good leadership qualities. They're big on leadership too in RTC.
That's gone now because nobody's staying in, everyone's getting out, so they're just trying to keep people in.
I don't know the state of it now, so it's probably
they're just trying to
5 years ago.
They're just trying to get people in. The bare minimum for the I don't know, I can't think of it. The test, to get in the written test, it was like 30, and now it's like 10. Which you get 10 people. You get 10 points for writing your name down correctly.
Oh man.
It's just different nowadays. Then
I was gonna say the R word, bro.
What?
That's not
All right. So
hold on. I don't think that's smart. Bro.
Hold on, brother.
So out
brother.
of curiosity, you said you started your journey through like RTC, and when did you transition into like wanting to train men and train young men and everything?
Yeah, so I've never been an in-person trainer. I never liked training in person, but in regards to coaching online, it started whenever I was creating YouTube content. I would make these little videos like how to increase your push-ups, just really teaching what I taught myself through my own trial and error and experience. And then from there, people would see my transformation and the skills I was learning in calisthenics, and they would message me like, hey, can you write a workout program for me? And so I was like, I can make money off this. I put my email in the description. I'm like, if you want a custom program,
let me know.
DM me for $10. I was literally doing it for $10. And so it started like that. And then over time, as volume increased, I changed that to 20.
Right.
And then I created like a full scale workout program that was more scalable, and that went crazy. And so it started from people asking, really.
Right.
Like when I first started YouTube, when I first started everything, I had no idea you can create a business from it. I had no idea you can make money off YouTube.
Bro, you had like 20,000 followers on YouTube and had no idea that you were cleared for monetization when you hit 10K.
Yeah, no idea.
Like, no idea.
I was recording on my cell phone. That's why I tell guys who want to create content now.
So you was just doing it just to put it out.
That was his thing. That was his hobby.
I've always been a natural sharer, no matter what. So, and plus I was a teenager at the time, so I'm not thinking about like paying rent or
But then, like the second that you like found out, like, was it kind of just like a no-brainer, or like was it like a little bit of like pull? Because like I know in the beginning, like YouTube probably don't pay you that much,
Yeah, I remember my first paycheck. It was $100 because I was $100 threshold.
Yeah,
and then after that, I was getting like consistent $100 months while I was a sophomore in college.
When was that? When was that milestone? I mean, because obviously, like you went from, you told me today, like at your skinniest was like 106 at one point.
Oh yeah. In regards to weight, I started out really skinny, really. So I built my way up, and my lowest I was 106 pounds, about 5'7" or 6.
Damn, turn sideways and disappear.
Yeah, turn sideways. Where'd you go? See me?
No, the wind picks up.
Exactly.
It's over.
Well, I would wear hoodies because my arms were so skinny. Like my wrist to my shoulder, it was the same went up and down.
Yeah.
So I was super insecure.
Not gonna lie, bro. You got some big ass arms.
Yeah, down they're like one of my best body parts. Crazy how that works.
I feel like your arms and your chest are like your genetic gift.
Yeah, and my
your traps. Yeah,
and my traps.
No, bro. You see those lats? You see those lats, dog? You look like you flew here. I'm gonna contain myself, bro.
That's funny. But like the nigga,
I came a long way though.
Yeah, a long way. Cause like it's like okay, it's like at your skinniest, at your smallest, you were at 106 pounds. What are you like 170, 180?
Nowadays about 170, 175. Yeah.
So it's like going from there, getting like $100 fucking paycheck from YouTube and things like that. When was that point where you started making, a decent chunk of money and you started getting like more physical attention both from men and women? It was like, damn, like I might be pretty good at this, and maybe I should keep going, because some people hit 20K on YouTube and it's like, oh, all right, I'm straight, I'm good, and then fucking disappear.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I didn't start making real money until I released my workout program course, the Bodyweight Bodybuilder, where I taught guys how to.
That's the one that I bought and how I met them.
Yeah, exactly. Where I taught guys how to go from being able to do a little bit of push-ups, maybe 5 pull-ups, to being able to do one-arm pull-ups, handstand push-ups, and all that stuff. And so whenever I released that, I remember I was doing like 3 to 5K a month when I was like 19 years old in college. Yeah, so
that's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I saw. But after that, it's like the hedonic cycle. If you guys ever heard of that, like,
no, I never heard of that.
It's basically you get used to stuff fast and you always want more. So like you have a milestone, you hit it.
It's probably related to hedonism.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's pleasure seeking.
I've never.
It's like if it feels good, do it, and then it's never enough. You always want more girls, more drugs, more this, more that. It's the opposite of stoicism.
It's kind of like myself sometimes, like how I say that I'm proud of myself, but I'm not satisfied.
They say it's society.
No, but it's more on like the other side of it though. Like it's just
like greed,
like an indulgence of self pleasure.
There's an old saying that a society starts out a stoic and dies it's a Epicurist, but the other version of that is hedonist.
Yeah,
like the city of Troy and shit. Like how these niggas.
Well, it's kind of like when the barbarians showed up in Rome and they saw the soy boys, because the hard men that were their grandfathers set up a nice life for them, and then they got comfortable, and then they became soft, and then they destroyed them. I got a calisthenics joke for you, bro. How do you impress a calisthenics athlete, level beginner to advanced?
Level beginner to advanced.
Doesn't matter where
it's a leg joke. I bet.
You train legs.
I knew it. I knew it was a leg joke. I knew it was coming. I had a bad leg joke.
I'm squatting after this, bro. I'll squat extra for you.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, but you'd be proud of me because after COVID ended, I just got back in the gym and I left calisthenics behind. I still weirdly have calisthenics strength after all that time, but I'm getting back into it now. I'm forcing myself to do dips and pull-ups, but honestly, fuck pull-ups. I just want to do weighted pull-ups.
Yeah, I love weight pull-ups.
Yeah, I don't really like doing body weight pull-ups because I'm already wearing a weight vest.
Yeah.
And I have parallettes, so I've just been doing supersetting push-ups with everything upper body related.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, man. I think everybody should mix both, honestly.
That was how I never got shredded in my life until I started manhandling fucking calisthenics all the time. Because it's core all day.
Same. And in order to be good at calisthenics too, or just do it in general, you have to be at somewhat like a low body fat percentage. Yeah. So it almost forces your body to stay that way, is what I realized. And whenever I switched over to fully weightlifting for a short period of time, I've noticed physical changes in my body too, because it's almost like my body knows. It sounds like bro science, but it's almost like my body like knows that, like, hey, you're not doing calisthenics no more. We don't need to stay this lean. Like, let's,
Yeah, that's why you gotta mix them.
Yeah, that's why I mix both now.
CrossFit, dude.
I'm just kidding. So for someone that might be watching and they might be like a beginner, would you suggest for them to start in calisthenics or start in like body weight or like lifting weights? Or
depends on where they at.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, just like a general, like somebody just watching, like, what would you?
How beginner? Like, there's skinny beginner and there's overweight beginner.
Let's do both. Like, one's a skinny and one's a beginner.
We'll talk about me, right? I was an overweight beginner, right? But I already had started my calisthenics journey before you and I met. So let's just talk about Fat Mike for a second. What would you have told him as an overweight calisthenics beginner?
focus on the basics of calisthenics, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, but supplement that with weightlifting so you can also get stronger. Yes, you can only do calisthenics and only do the foundations and just focus on that. But if you want like extra volume to build muscle and like lose weight and all that stuff too, I would supplement with weightlifting too. You can do both.
I did not do that. Yeah, I did straight calisthenics for like 6 months.
Yeah,
like 8 months, and then I started doing weightlifting, and then I stuck with weightlifting, and then I went back to calisthenics, and then now I do both. Yeah. But now, even still, like 70% weightlifting for myself, 30% calisthenics.
Gotcha.
Like I'll still do some calisthenics shit in my program, but not on your level or.
You do dips for the Instagram story.
I love dips. Love dips. I love dips. I love weighted dips. I love pull-ups, weighted pull-ups, one arm push-ups. Bro, I was fat, bro. I couldn't even do one fucking pull-up, bro. Now I'm busting out 6 one arms on each arm. That's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, but whatever you do by itself, there's a principle called the SAID principle. Specific adaptations impose specific demands, which means whatever you do is what you're going to get good at.
See,
so if you do a lot of...
right, bro. I did forget how smart you are, bro.
Yeah, I study stuff.
You forgot how smart you are?
Nah, bro. I know he's smart, but like whatever the fuck he just said, I did not understand.
Set a principle. What you do is what you're going to get better at. So if you focus solely on calisthenics first, your body's going to prioritize getting good at calisthenics, and you're going to progress faster. Versus if you were cross training.
No matter what you focus on, if you dedicate yourself to something, you're going to get better at it.
Consistency. Yeah, that's the middle name.
Yeah. If you want to get better at running, like don't run, don't ride bicycles, don't go rowing, like
fuck
run.
running, fuck running, bro.
Running sucks, bro.
Running sucks, but the thing is, running works
at getting you better at running.
Running works too well. Like you'll lose too much weight running, like there has to be a delicate balance. If you start running.
you're gonna lose
jumping rope, ideal, optimal.
You're gonna lose fat and muscle, but you're gonna lose muscle before you lose fat.
Everything. Everything. Yeah.
I mean,
like, you can lose 15 pounds.
Jogging is
lose 15 pounds of muscle and fat.
Jogging is the ugly stepson of locomotion. walking and sprinting are where it's at.
I like swimming.
Hold on, bro. Say that
Swimming
one. Say that shit one more time, bro.
I said
the ugly stepson.
Yeah, jogging is the ugly stepson of locomotion.
Awkward.
No, I was saying
The
swimming.
only quote that stuck with me from Athlete X.
Oh, we're gonna talk about him. We're gonna talk about him.
Yeah,
We're gonna talk about him. Shout out Jake, man.
Shout out Fake Natties. His old ass.
Hey, man. So swimming for you?
Yeah,
Austin.
yeah. It was one summer
How
where.
do you swim?
Well, it was out of season, so it just got back in the season. So I'm about to get back. But when I first started learning how to swim, I swam every day.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was like every day for like 2-3 hours.
Was it like resistance stuff too? Like, did you hold like the like?
I mean, it's water, so it's nothing but resistance.
I've seen
water.
I've literally seen people like swimming like the fucking shit with like a 10-pound or 5-pound.
No. I mean, because I was still learning how to swim, so I didn't want to fuck myself up by like.
It's like the grandmas at 24 Hour Fitness.
My first job was actually being a lifeguard, so swimming is hard, man. Especially the more muscle you have on too. It's difficult.
Yeah, no, and that was why it was so scary because I didn't know, I didn't know how to swim, and so like the scariest shit was
I don't
like.
even know if I could float, bro. Honestly, bro.
I mean,
You know what's crazy? Like bigger guys, they always are
better at swimming.
they're just great at it. Like there's this big dude that I work with, and he's a fucking dolphin. He just shoots through the water, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's built like a pillow, but he's as soon as he gets in the water, he's a jet ski, bro. My bad.
Oh, you good?
Jet ski is crazy. That's crazy.
But he's built like DJ Khaled on the jet ski. Major key.
God did.
Look what God did.
Another one. That nigga said God did.
God is good.
Man, but like, so obviously you were saying bigger guys, like they're more buoyant, and that translates into how they're just better at swimming.
I've just seen a lot of big guys that just dominate in the water.
But
like if you look at water polo, there's a lot. There's bigger guys. You don't know.
Y'all see a lot of shit. I don't know what it is.
Water polo is like pool soccer.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds stupid.
They like it. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
They beat the shit out of each other and do whatever they got. Like they drown each other trying to get the ball in the net.
It's like handball
in the water.
You know,
Mike heard water and he's already out.
Yeah. No, y'all lost.
I'll take you to the pool sometime, bro. I'll teach you how to float.
I was about to say y'all lost as soon as y'all motherfuckers start talking about.
You might have to teach me how to float because I don't know how to float.
You can swim good, but you can't float.
No, like people just don't like.
So when you breathe all your air into your chest, you become a natural flotation device, and then you just lay on your chest, and you just.
No, I mean I know how to,
because if you had to survive, then you lay there.
Like I don't know how to float on my back.
I guess these are skills that like will come in handy in like certain situations and everything.
Yeah, I don't see you in any of these situations.
Yeah, but also something that you should just have in your back pocket anyway, by means of leveling up, learning new skills, learning new and different intriguing shit to do and better than yourself. Like like me.
But swimming is a life skill. Like if I had a son, like.
You gotta swim.
You gotta know how to swim.
Yeah, and that was the reason why.
Go on cruises, because
he needs to know how to swim. He needs to know how to fight, and he needs to know how to pick up heavy rock.
Yeah.
No, because that was the reason why I learned. Because when I was in the Boy Scouts, I didn't know how to swim, and there was a certain point where I had to get tested in order to move to the next level.
Lost it?
And
no,
I never knew how.
Oh, I thought you said you did know.
No, when I was, because it was like some shit. Like when I was younger, I almost drowned, and so I always had that initial fear of like getting back in the water. So when it came to that point where they were like, all right, in order to get to this next rank, you gotta do the swimming thing. And I tried to finesse. I tried to be like, oh yeah, you remember that one camping trip? But they was like, nah, we can't sign off on that. So
here's some water, nigga.
Oh yeah. So one time I was at the beach with my mom. And the ocean ate me, and I was struggling.
Like riptide or something.
Yeah. I got taken under, and then it spit me out back to the shore. And then I went to my mom huffing and puffing. And my mom said, "Oh yeah, baby, I forgot to tell you. If you get sucked in the water, just curl up into a ball, close your eyes, and hold your breath, and then the ocean will take you back to the shore. So you just cannonball and you just." Hold your breath, and then
the best.
Because if you struggle,
it kind of like
it's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
I don't go to the beach, bro. I don't like sand. I don't like water. I don't like
water. Oh, but you reminded me, bro. I'm starting late, but I've recently started experimenting, like with my girl and some of my friends. I make workouts for them because it's just so natural. Because I've been in the game for like 12 years, and I can just shit out a workout, and just like I know what works. I can just super fast. Like this will fuck you up, and or if I don't want to fuck them up, I'm like this will get you a good workout, and then both
take the route of online coaching.
Yeah, my girl and my friend have been making workouts for them, and they say like, wow, that was amazing. You know,
it's a skill, man. It's a good one to have.
I mean, it's super easy, and it's like I don't like leading, but I'm a natural leader.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm pretty sure the two of them as coaches, they could tell you everybody can't coach.
Fuck no.
So it's like the fact that
it's especially good if you can do.
Yeah, well, because because like there's a lot of people that will jump up and create a platform but suck at what they do, and they won't. So they just go for the money.
There's a lot of guys like me that excel at it, but we don't do it.
Yeah, so I think you'll probably really excel in that.
What is it that's holding you back from it? Because
I honestly don't know. I don't know.
Because like it's not like a bad thing, but you and I've had a conversation about it. Like, hey, bro, like if I were you, this is what I would be doing. Like, like changing up your Instagram bio and making your profile more.
I think I've just been nervous about like bringing attention to myself and being like, "Hey, I'm a trainer.
Yeah, bro,
look at me."
But you're supposed to anyway. You post on IG with your lifts and everything like that. Oh, look at me! I'm squatting 500 for 2. I'm benching 380 or 2 whatever the fuck.
Benching 3, bro. One day.
but you know what I mean? Like you're already out there.
Yeah.
Like the excuse of like, oh well,
we outside.
Put myself out there is like,
we outside.
Nigga, you already outside. What the fuck?
Good point. Good point.
Like you hiding in the shade, nigga. The sun over there.
Yeah.
Especially again,
I don't tan easy.
Because also it's a lucrative endeavor as well. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you're gonna sit there and waste your time. Obviously, that's your girl. You're not gonna charge your girl, but her friend, nigga, fuck that shit. Nigga.
Yeah, I'll put
somebody owe you $500, nigga.
I'll put my SPF 1000 on and get out there.
I'm telling you, bro.
Advice for you: that's actually called imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
When even though you might have the capabilities to do something, you feel like as if you're not qualified, or you might feel like you're being judged if you promote yourself out there because you're not qualified enough, or other people may judge you for whatever. And one thing that correlated to my success with social media is that I don't think I personally ever had imposter syndrome. I just kind of just post what out there, and I really don't care what other people think. And I think that will help you and anybody else who wants to go into something in which they're not fully comfortable with.
Fully comfortable.
So doing something you're fully comfortable in?
It's all good. Doing something you're fully comfortable in, and damn.
You're talking about how like you're talking about how you felt like you never had imposter syndrome, but the way you used to portray yourself online, like you just gotta get yourself out there.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, because trust me, somebody will be interested, and is probably interested in your services or like what you have to offer.
You know, it's funny that you say that, because
you say people come up to you in the gym all the time.
Because I'm a master at networking. You know, like my powerlifting coach calls me the mayor of iron.
Mayor of DMV Iron.
Yeah, and Townsville's in trouble, girls. No, but like several people I've brought to him. You know, because I didn't know that it was legal for me to train people without the goofy little online certs.
Bro,
you know.
So you just put money in that nigga pocket?
Indeed.
That's crazy.
And it's like that could be money for you.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That nigga owe you like $1,000.
He do, or at least train me for free, dog.
Like hey Joe, run me a stack, bro.
Yeah, give me a t-shirt, dog.
Hit my PayPal, bro. You know what I mean?
I've been hitting his Venmo for a while now.
Yeah, for real. Like you playing games, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah,
but on back order, nigga.
Yeah, but you're right, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get myself out there.
Put yourself out there, and that's a big thing I teach too.
But well, I mean, it's a team, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna defend you for a second. Look at that. No, hold on. No, what I mean, in this situation, sometimes it takes more than just one person saying something. Two-person integrity. But also look at that smile, bro. How can I say no? And honestly, I just want to see the light skin plotting face one time.
This nigga Vin.
I'll be doing that.
He looks like he hatched a plan not even Perry the Platypus could foil.
You got a crush on that nigga?
Never met a celebrity.
I've never met a celebrity before.
But now with what just happened with Vince, that happens all the time, actually. Like, Mike's gone.
Please proceed, brother.
Well, no, because like there's been times where, you know, sometimes it takes another person to like reaffirm or reassure some information.
Yeah.
Hey, reel it in. Vince is usually the one that goes off the rails.
He's giggling.
That was his voice, bro. He's like,
never met a celebrity before.
Do you look at yourself as like a celebrity?
Fuck no.
I'm asking.
He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy with a camera.
No, I mean, because like I know a lot of times like people push people higher, but I know a lot of times like when I first met you, you were real down to earth and everything.
So a lot of people pedestalize me, guys and girls included. Mm-hmm. But I want to consider myself like a celebrity, maybe like a niche sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But there's levels to like fame and celebrityism. When I do go out places, people do recognize me though. And I always appreciate that. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
But
oh my God, it's
you can get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, because like a lot of the times, like when he and I go out and everything like that, like I no longer become Austin's friend. I'm just like, hey, bro, you take a picture of us. It's like, damn, nigga. But I get it, you know, because I mean he's a inspirational person. He's a public figure. Yeah. I would and I would not say the word famous. I feel some kind of way about the word fame, not even in regards to yourself, but just in general. I feel like fame is like Drake was outside right now. Everybody know who the fuck Drake is, you know. Mm-hmm. And like you said, it's niche. Like certain people have to do certain shit or be involved in certain shit to even know who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not like you're just outside and everybody's like, oh my God, it's Austin Dunham. You know what I
mean? Yeah. I got a scientific answer to everything, I feel like, because I did a video of status, because on my vlog channel I talk a lot about how to build more status as a man. Mm-hmm. There's 3 levels of status. There's global status, in which the fame you're talking about, celebrities, Drake, Cristiano Ronaldo, whatever the fuck his name is.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo, The Rock. Then there's niche status, which is more like influencers, Instagram stars, social media, YouTubers, stuff like that. Some YouTubers are in the global fame though, like Mr. Beast and Logan Paul, Jake Paul.
Rest in peace.
Exactly. And then there's situational status.
Mr. Beast.
Oh, what?
No, I said Mr. Beast, yeah. Oh. And then there's situational status, which means you have status within a given environment. Okay. So think of like a bartender at a nightclub. Think of a bouncer. Think of like the gym owner at the gym. But whenever he leaves the gym, nobody knows who he is, or cares who he is.
A local hero.
There's different levels of status and fame if you want to get deep into it. Yeah.
Which brings me to my next. Would you ever want to get like to that other level?
I would, only because of my financial goals, and I tend to understand that we're in an attention economy, which means that the more attention you have, the more leverage and also the more money that comes with that. And so inevitably, to reach some certain financial goals, you have to get famous.
Just keep in mind that the more fame you have, the less or the more privacy you're going to sacrifice.
Yeah, of course, there's cons that comes with it. Yeah, there's trade-offs that comes with it. I wouldn't want too much, but the more you have, we've seen the Andrew Tates or whoever else. The reason why we know them, the reason why they're financially well off is because we know them. It's because they're famous,
So, shout out Top G.
Yeah, shout out Top G. Unless you start some super niche business that does like 8 figures or something, but that's super rare,
And that's rare to pop up, bro, because like again, like niggas don't know who the fuck made Walgreens. I don't know who the fuck is in charge of Geico or made Geico 100 something years ago.
It's the Gecko.
Look at everything so you walk past or own. Somebody owns it. Somebody owns everything.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's people's last names. Like some people are making that last names like famous. And
well, I mean, who started it? I don't know, but technically, there's 5 mega monopoly corporations that own everything.
Oh yeah.
Like when you look on the back of
Coca-Cola owns every drink company.
Like when you look on the back of a generic soda or Naked, it'll say made by PepsiCo,
Mars Food Group.
Yeah, everything's owned by like 5 mega corporations that have monopolies over the market.
Yeah, but again, we don't even know who these people are. You know what I mean? I was talking to my boys at the Lost Breed.
Just fall down some rabbit holes, bro. You'll
fall down some rabbit holes.
Thanks, yeah.
But yeah, I was out with my boys at the Lost Breed. Shout out Anthony and Josh, man. And they were basically just answering the same kind of question you just asked Austin. Like, would you want to get to that point? And it's for them, it was like a yes and a no. Because they were like, yo, like we understand that people like see us and they're like, oh, that's the Lost Breed. Yeah. But we also want our brand to be separate from us. Yeah. Like we don't want people buying our clothes just because, oh, it's Anthony and Josh's clothes. Yeah. Like we want people to buy our clothes because they legitimately
believe in the message.
Yeah. The message of our shit, whether it's tied to me or not. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like I didn't know who the fuck the Gymshark nigga was for years. I didn't know who the Alpha Elite nigga was.
I never liked Gymshark. When I was coming up, started working out. That was Jeff Side and all those guys.
Yeah, the OG aesthetic crew.
Yeah, fucking. They were trying to be like Ziz. When someone asked them to take a picture of their family and they take it and they take a selfie of themselves flexing, coming down the escalators in the mall.
For years, like I had no idea even who those guys were. And then now they're billionaires. But because they've become billionaires and because their brands have gone, like insane numbers on a global scale. Yeah. Now, similar to like Amazon and Jeff Bezos, like, yo, who are you? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
And now they're in that public light.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos started reselling books out of his garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But nobody knew who the fuck that nigga was back in 1995, bro. Niggas know who he is now. But yeah, like I guess to everybody's point and shit, it's like, being famous is cool, but if it wasn't a question for everybody, but if I were famous, I would want like my shit to be famous. I want to be left alone. Like I would want to be Liver King before Liver King. Like that nigga was rich before the Liver King, and he was silent and quiet for like 30 fucking years. Like that's what I want.
Yeah. It's like Daft Punk and Deadmau5.
Yeah,
those
I have no idea what they look like.
They're
even
DJs.
HER for like her first 2 years.
Like her
black silhouette.
They're
never showed her face.
They're EDM stars or like you know what I mean. Electro. Yeah. And then there was a award show where I think it was Deadmau5 or one of them took off his mask and it was some kid. And then all the girls are going crazy, like, oh my God, he's so hot. But, dude's sitting in the audience.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's not going to do that. He doesn't want his privacy ruined.
There's another singer, too, called Sia.
Yeah.
Like, you only see her chin, like she has like a bob.
Because you can't see her?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess. Because you like you can't fucking like you don't see your face or anything like that, and like I mean, obviously she's got like what is it? Is it Grammys when you're like a musician?
Yeah.
Like multiple Grammys and shit like that. So we have no idea what the fuck she looked like. You know, SZA, not SZA. What the fuck? HER.
Her
won like 2 Grammys before she even showed her face.
Mm-hmm. Face reveal, you 2 know? Grammys.
I think there's a certain. I don't really know what to call it, but I think there's a certain like magic in like being successful without being known,
being mysterious.
Yeah.
You can.
I think that's a lot of people's goal to like get successful and then disappear.
I'd rather be rich. I don't want to be famous. That's
why I just said successful because it's like for real like. Although, like, I'm experiencing, like, a small amount of, like, TikTok fame, but it's, like, outside, kind of we were talking about earlier, like, if you're not on TikTok, you have no idea what you know, or who I am or what shit is. If you're not into, because you produce a lot of WWE wrestling content. Mm-hmm. So, like, somebody like me, personally, I don't watch that stuff. I don't pay attention to it. Like, if you weren't my friend, I wouldn't even know who you were on TikTok, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm sure that there are hundreds of thousands of people just like that. So like for Austin, for yourself, shit, even for me when I make shit on social media and stuff, it's like if you're not into a certain thing, you have no idea who these people are.
Yeah, I stopped watching that stuff. I think like after kindergarten, like 2001.
Bro, the second I found out WWE was fake, I was over it.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I found out it was fake. I was done.
I was over it.
I mean, it's fake.
You know, like it's scripted.
It's scripted, but they still beat the hell out of it.
Yeah, like they still have to do the moves and shit. So it's just, you
still get injured.
Yeah.
But I was just like,
it's just dudes blasting massive cycles, hitting each other with chairs.
Bro, pretty much, yeah.
Doing backflips and shit.
Yeah.
They're just circus monkeys.
There's some grown men who are actually into that though. Still,
nowadays, I know.
Like,
I've seen it.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Because I will say, like,
live by that.
Because like I watch and create content for it, but I'm not one of those guys that are like arguing online about whatever. Like literally, I make comps and shit like that. Like one of my jokes hit 3 million in 3 days. So it's just like one of those things where I just push it together and let people argue on their own. But like literally, there's an argument going on right now in my comments of 2 people just going back and forth about some shit, and I'm just like,
I thought of a meme for you just now. You know the Zoolander meme. With Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson, just be like the Undertaker when the over loser walks in.
Say no, I mean I just let them go because I'm just like it ain't that deep for me. Like so
all in all though, I think we all need to do better as men, bro. Because being in the fucking late 30s arguing about internet wrestling is like beyond me, bro. Like,
I mean honestly, I think
there are so much more important things to do in your life.
I mean honestly, people arguing online is weird anyway. Like I never understood
thumb thugging.
Yeah, I never.
Shout out to our previous episode.
I just got
haters, bro.
Of course you do.
Haters, yeah.
Of course,
but they're your motivators.
They don't really motivate me. I guess it motivates me to like shit on them, you know. Like,
you remember the kid blocking out the haters?
Yeah. But you post it, you're always gonna have haters. No matter what, bro.
Yeah, but you know they're just,
so like, how do you? Because you have more like online status than we do. Like, how do you?
Hit 1 million subs on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Do you read your comments?
Fuck yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, but usually no.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah. How do you handle like internet warriors or like when you know the
keyboard warriors?
Yeah.
Say how do you go about that?
Yeah, the best way to handle keyboard warriors is to ignore or block, because if you go back and forth with the keyboard warrior, all they do is just pressure buttons even more. You got to keep in mind, this person is an anonymous person behind a keyboard. It could be some 11-year-old who just wants to piss you off. And a lot of them are very good at it too. So I've had my time of going back and forth, and it just end up going nowhere. And then it makes you look bad because it embarrasses you, and other people are watching. They're like, "Oh, Austin, like, what are you doing, man?" So nowadays, I just ignore and or block. Yeah.
He's just mad his dad got done whooping his ass, and he wants to piss off a grown man on YouTube.
But that's I understand where they're coming from, because I used to be a keyboard warrior. Back when I was creating Club Penguin music videos, I used to be a troll. In the comment section. I just go piss people off for no reason. So I understand where they're coming from.
I was telling them about my boy in high school. He was going through some shit, so he would just go in the computer lab, the library in my high school, and he would just say some outlandish shit in a YouTube comment section and wait for fights to show up.
Yeah.
Choose your fighter.
What the fuck, bro?
reactions, man.
But then the thing is, right, with these thumb thugging ass niggas, bro, it's like you don't got better shit to do, bro. You just
some people don't.
Literally, we posted Forsaken Price stuff on YouTube, and I think one hit like 50,000, and it was about how I was saying bro, if you're 25, you got no car, no ambition, no drive, no bitches, and no money, you're wasting your fucking time. And this guy was like, well, I'm 50 years old and I have $800,000 house.
The video is not for you.
And my wife makes $200,000 a year, and I just sit at home and jerk off all day. And I was like, nigga, who gives a fuck? I don't care about that shit.
So that,
I was like, first of all, you're lame. This shit is talking about niggas that are half your age.
So I'm sure you'll understand this, but as we've progressed further and further into modern times, people have misunderstood where we've come from, and they think that it's okay for us to reverse gender roles, where women are biologically wired where if they're the breadwinner and they have to take care of a man, then they're just slowly going to be less and less attracted to him until it turns into loathing.
Attraction killer.
And I was telling him about this book that I read called Hard Times Create Strong Men, where the author was telling a story about his father ran some travel agency so he could be an entrepreneur without actually doing real work, and his mom became a teacher, and she just became more and more masculine. She just she gained weight, she cut her hair short, and then one day
came to a point
this 6'1" man, she wanted a divorce, and he was on his hands and knees begging her to stay, and she just laughed in his face. You know,
begging a woman to stay with you?
Hold on, brother. Because he became feminine and she became the masculine. Yeah. And it's just you just lower yourself and you lose your purpose.
That's true. There's a dynamic to every relationship: masculine, feminine, follower, leader. And obviously, ideally, the man should always be in the masculine / leadership role.
Yes.
Whenever that get reversed, kills attraction, and the woman overall loses respect for the man, and that's why a lot of divorces are initiated. That's why a lot of breakups happen, and it's usually because the man, in some aspect, switched that control of power to the female, which put her in her masculine. And though women say, they want to be independent, all that, they don't want to be in a dominant masculine role, especially for a long period of time.
They don't want to. When they say they want to be a boss bitch, that means they want to spend our money and their money.
Yes.
That doesn't mean they want.
That's the wrong way.
Oh, it means they want to be independent of a man.
Yeah.
A lot of the time too. What's the saying? Whenever a man makes more money, he thinks about how he can provide for his family and her. But whenever a woman makes more money, she thinks how she can be independent of a man and how she doesn't need a man or do things herself. So it's a different mindset for each.
And I remember Mike was telling me you have a program. It's like the Internet Romeo.
Yeah, Digital Romeo.
Digital Romeo. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so my Digital Romeo is a service I've been doing for a year now, where I teach guys how to maximize their online presentation on dating apps and also Instagram, how to build more status so that they can then leverage that for more dating options and more abundance. And then at the same time, while doing that, I teach strategies on how, once you increase your presentation, how to turn those matches into actual dates, because the game doesn't just end there, posting good pictures. You got to know how to text and send her through what I like to call a dating funnel. And I teach the strategies on how to do that, and so that you can actually master online dating, because nowadays, how most people meet is through online. Whether it be Instagram, dating apps, Tinder, Hinge, Bumble. And so I figured out a way in my own personal life how to master that, because once again, how I was skinny with fitness, at some point in my life, I never got girls. I never got attention. I like confidence. And so
he didn't always look like this.
Yeah. Even when I did sort of look like this, I still didn't get results online because I didn't understand the game. And so I mastered a system that I can then teach on a wide scale, and it's been working. And that's when the Digital Romeo was created. Yeah.
How did this happen to you? Because with the calisthenics story, there's obviously an origin. I know this origin. It's just for the guys. But with the calisthenics thing, it's okay, well, you were skinny, and then you joined ROTC. You wanted to be better at the physical activity, and you started pulling things up. It's oh shit, this is pretty cool. And now here we are today, physically. With the Digital Romeo, a lot of people, specifically women, would say oh, some girl broke his heart and fucked him up, and now he's all cold and vengeful, and he's a misogynist and all this other shit. Can you break down what exactly happened to make you go from not a beta male at all, but a little bit of a simp, into where you are now?
I mean, I wouldn't even call it a simp. If he wasn't getting attention, he might have just been.
We've all been simps at one point.
Oh, well.
You don't know.
Every man is born a simp.
I was trying to give credit. Okay.
But there's two phases to it. The first one is just in regards to attracting women. That stemmed from my lack of ability to do so. In high school, because I was too skinny, I noticed all the girls were going after the athletes or like the guys that weren't me. And then and so I was just always interested in male to female dynamics. Like, I see people together, like, how does that happen? Like, I'm weird. I like to understand like strategies and the scientific reasons behind things. Yeah, like how does one join in a union like that, basically? So I would reverse engineer and figure that stuff out. But in regards to just understanding female nature and then the red pill and all that stuff, that was a situation in which was I want to say heartbreak. It wasn't heartbreak. It was just a situation with the girl that I experienced. Basically,
you would call me on that day.
You will learn a lot just dealing with promiscuous women, or a promiscuous woman will make you understand a lot of harsh realities about female nature and just overall.
That happened to me too.
So that's where it stemmed from in regards to understanding female nature, but just attracting women in general, that stemmed from my lack of ability to do so. And then I reverse engineered on the guys who were doing it, and I apply that to myself, and then I create a system that then can be applied to others.
How long did it take you to create that system?
It was formulated over the course of 2019 to like 2022. So about 2 to 3 years.
Oh, no.
2 to 3 years,
That's a trial and error too, I bet. Well, before I put this out in the world, like, does this work for me? And then, like,
he's gonna experiment with his own product.
No, basically. No, I mean, because it shows like you actually care about the people you're trying to reach out to and stuff. So
like, I can't sit here and tell you how to be a better man if I'm shitty. You know what I mean? And I haven't even, like, all the strategies and implementations that I'm telling you to go about and do in your life, I'm not even doing them myself. So that then discredits me.
The best coaches and teachers are the ones who had to figure out the systems in order to be that person. The worst teachers are naturals. If they're a natural ladies man, if they're a natural guy who put on muscle, they don't know how they got there.
They
the thing about
natural, you say?
No,
I'm just kidding.
I didn't hear you.
I said natural, you say?
Oh yeah, natural, all natural, 100%, natty. But yeah, so the best teachers are the ones who've been through it. Never take advice from naturals. Just be confident, bro.
No natty betas. No natty betas.
Because honestly, on some real shit, but I've seen so many people, like, if we take it to like the coaching aspect for a second, I've seen so many people like, oh, this is how you lose weight, this is how you burn fat, and the nigga ain't never been fat ever, bro. And not even like, oh, he was skinny and then he got buff. Like, this nigga's always been athletic. This nigga always played football, basketball, whatever. Like, he's never been in the position where, I don't know, fucking Tom, who's 300 pounds, 5'6".
I was fat as hell, bro.
You know what I mean?
I look like a baby walrus. But I was gonna say to you, so I never had fucking, as a kid, say Riz or execution
game.
I don't really think anybody. Like, you gotta learn that shit.
Yeah, but I also never really wanted to chase women. But when they'd come to me, I'd be like, okay,
you attract them.
Yeah.
But were you retaining them?
If I wanted to.
And in what ways were you doing that?
Delivery.
So game.
There are many ways to retain a woman.
Good product.
Good marketing.
Laying down.
But you'll get the best and most out of a woman whenever you attract her, not chase her, because women usually want what's better than them, and so you'll tend to attract women who perceive you as better than them in some aspect, whether it be the 3 attraction pillars: looks, money, or status. If she perceives something that she wants or that is better than her, those are the type of women you will attract, and the ones that you don't have to chase. If you got to win a woman over through like sending her 1,000 texts, finally getting her out on a date, bro, you got her by the skin of your teeth, and there will be 1 foot in, 1 foot out throughout that whole course of a relationship, and those relationships also tend to be short-lived because she really doesn't like you.
I've tended to always be in relationships, so I've just always been friendly with women, and then when I noticed, that they were trying to push the boundaries, then I would,
boundaries like what, you already in a relationship?
like friends.
Oh,
you know, like, because I was being a good man and not fucking cheating. I'd be on a friendly terms, and then when they try to push those boundaries, then I would reiterate, that we're just friends without saying that.
It's rare that a guy does that. Actually,
it is. Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy, bro. Because then that shit just eats you up on the inside.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, it depends on your mindset.
But I mean, if you're with a woman that you don't actually love, that wouldn't fucking do everything for you, and go out of her way for you, she would literally die for you, ride or die, like. That that you're hurting the person that means the most to you in the world, and that you mean the most to her in the world, and you're just blatantly disrespecting her.
Yeah, it's like something you don't want to do. Yeah.
If you're just in a relationship with some girl to pass the time, do you, King?
Yeah.
I guess.
I do have a question for both you and Justin, though, being that I don't consider myself red pill. I don't know if you still consider yourself red pill.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you're red pill if you understand and apply the dynamics of male to female nature.
Okay, so
good man.
Yeah, so for you guys both getting married, right, at face value, how do you both individually feel about the red pill?
Honestly, like, I really don't care. Like, the environment I grew up in, my dad just taught me to respect everybody. So I kind of go into that mindset of like, if it's helping you better yourself, if it's helping you be a better person than you were the day before, then ball out, King. But I feel like a lot of times people get too entrenched, where it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about the red pill, blue pill shit or whatever. Like, if anything, I just carry myself with a level of just, I respect myself. I respect the people that come around. I naturally give people respect, like, off break. If you fuck that respect up, then that respect is gone. But yeah,
respect is earned. Yeah, not given. I'll be courteous with people.
Yeah, maybe courteous is the right word.
We all start off with straight A's.
I was gonna say, because I don't just be respecting bitches.
No, I don't know. Like, men, women, like, if you've earned my respect, or if I observe you and I see that, you're a strong man or a valuable woman, then you have respect. But respect is earned. And I'm very for MGTOW, red pill, all that stuff, passport bros, all those guys. Like, Western women today are ruined,
bro,
and they're ruined. And you should go do what's best for you and your pocket and your country, and your
get you a foreigner, man.
Get in your pocket and your faith. Go find someone that's going to treat you right, and you can treat her right. Like, if you can't go out with your boys and leave your girl at home without worrying about her bringing someone and fucking her in your own bed, like, if that's a thought in the back of your mind, then you have no business being together.
I've had so many.
You have no business being together.
I've had so many of my male friends be in relationships and stuff. When we would go out, and they would be concerned about, like, whether or not their girl was gonna cheat, or like asking permission to go out with their friends and shit.
It's like, you shouldn't be with somebody if you feel like
skill issue.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna say any names because it wasn't like a super important or disrespectful thing at all.
Say the name.
Well,
call him out.
No, he knows. Well, like, one of my boys yesterday, like, I was like, hey, bro, like, if we're gonna be out late, you're more than welcome to sleep on the couch and everything like that, And then I went to the bathroom and my girl was with me, and he was like, oh, hey, Mike, by the way, I asked your chick if it was cool if I spend the night. And I was like,
what?
I was like, I already told you it was cool for you to spend the night. He was, oh, well, I just wanted to make sure. I was like, nigga, you don't need to check with her. It's my fucking house. If I said you good, you good. And even my girl was like, I mean, yeah, like, I just live here. Like, it's his house. Yeah. If he says something's going to go, then it's going to go. Yeah. It's not like I'm bossing her around. It's not like I'm like super aggressive and assertive all the time. But it's like,
it's like, chances are you probably already ran it by her, or y'all
not even ran it by her.
I mean, like, there's like there's like a general understanding of, like, all right, if y'all gonna be out till like 4 a.m, you're not gonna be like, all right, have fun driving an hour back home or whatever. So it's like that general,
especially if I consider you a close friend or brother, what I mean?
It's like that general, like, unspoken awareness of, like,
So I was like, bro, like, you don't need to ask her, like, talking to me, Or even like yesterday, like two of my friends was like, you know, making jokes. It wasn't like it wasn't like a bad joke. It was like lighthearted.
Mm-hmm.
But,
was what's his name? Jebediah there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so basically this morning, when Jebediah did end up spending the night and everything, the pull-out couch was like a little messy because like the covers and pillows and stuff, and he started to fold it up. And I was like, oh no, don't worry about that shit, bro. My girl got it. Like she'll clean it. Oh, bro, I was just like, bro, like she'll clean it. You know, or like even Austin was like, I made breakfast one day and I put the dishes in the sink, and I think he was about to like start like cleaning the dish that he used, and I was like, no,
but that's a good.
I mean,
good job.
Yeah, it's like general respect.
Yeah, no, it's courteous.
It's a good guess.
It's courteous. I get it, but I was like, nah, don't worry about this shit. Like my girl got it, you know. Not in
and also tell you assert dominance over your host.
Huh?
Assert dominance over your host.
Wash your dish.
Wash that nigga's dishes.
Wash your own dishes.
Wash your dishes, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, like it's not like I boss my chick around or like, you know what I mean? Like I'm mean to her or anything. It's just like we have a dynamic in our household, you know. I am the man, I am the leader. She plays the feminine role, you know. She got 2 jobs, makes a good amount of money and shit like that, you know what I mean?
I got
like,
the Peter, I'm the leader.
Yep. Damn. Get my bad.
Chime in, Austin.
But this is a unique take, and I just thought about this. So, men are expected to provide and protect, right? Mm-hmm. And what are women expected to do?
Support,
cook, clean,
have a baby.
But nowadays, as you just said, your girl has 2 jobs, which is in a sense, to a degree, providing, but she's still expected to cook, clean, and support. So it's almost like there's an extra.
I think if he's making the majority of the money, then that would still fall under support in this modern era.
Yeah, but
now
there's an extra burden.
She doesn't ask me for money. I'm like, I give it.
You know? So I think going where that stems from is really traditional gender roles in which the guy works and the woman can work if she wants to, but it's optional.
It's optional. Yeah.
You know,
it's not a must.
Yeah. So it's just a unique perspective. I just thought about how, women are expected to like support, cook, clean, and all that, but some still have to provide too. So it's like a double burden.
My chick personally, I would not say provides. You know, like if there's a rainy day,
that falls under support though.
Knock on wood. You know, if there's ever a rainy day, yeah, sure. But out of 365 days out of the year, bro, it's on me.
Yeah.
You know,
this is a leap year. That 366 days is gonna be hell.
That 366 gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be hell, bro.
It's gonna be crazy.
I mean, I think
for the most part it's me.
Yeah, I mean, but I think in the realm of like relationships and shit, people need to, especially in like the economy right now, like people tend to support each other right now, and I feel like you should have a partner that is willing to accept that, like fill in. 'Cause I know there's some people where they're like, oh well, you struggling, good luck with that, I'll catch you later, and
bro,
you know, and it's like you don't want to build with somebody like that, like us.
Get a job, bum.
Get a job.
So it sounds like my grandpa.
What? You said that shit to your grandpa?
No, sounds like my grandpa. We were going to Chipotle one day, and
wild ass.
No. We were going to Chipotle one day, and this guy asked him for money. He's like, "Get a job, bum." And then I just laughed my ass off and held the door open for him when we went to Chipotle.
One time, because I can understand like fucking dope fiends and crackheads and shit like. Hey man, hey bro, you got to rock, man. You know, well like there was this one kid
got some creatine
the other day. This nigga was like me and Austin was at 7-Eleven, and he was at a bus stop with a skateboard, and he was like, "Hey, bro!" Randomly, he was like, "Hey, bro,
you got a cigarette?
Can I get a ride up the street?" And I was like, "Wait, what?"
That's too friendly.
Can I get a ride up the street?
Call an Uber.
I was like, "Where are you going?" He was like, "Bro, I'm literally going right there." I said, "Bro, you got a skateboard in your hand." I was like, "Nah, bro, I'm not even going that way, bro." You know what I mean? And he just stepped off and walked away. But me and Austin were confused, one, because it's like, nigga, you don't even know us.
Yeah.
We could be murderers.
Yeah.
And I don't know you. You could be a murderer.
And you have transportation. Like
and you way too trusting of strangers.
That's a red flag.
Yeah, that's obvious setup.
Like, what the fuck?
It's like you need a ride with a skateboard.
Because there's some dudes on the other side of the street, they're gonna fucking rob you,
bro. Like, come on, bro. I'm like, bro, you got a whole ass skateboard, bro. If you don't kick push your way up that fucking hill, bro.
Shout out Lupe Fiasco, bro.
What the fuck? I was like, bro, that's just R word, bro. What? Crazy. All
right, great. I beg your pardon. All right, so another question for you: are you into books?
Am I in the what?
Like, do you read like books?
Sometimes, but the way I like to consume content, because book, all it is written content, is content. So how I like to consume is through audio. So maybe like a book, audiobook, or YouTube videos. Honestly, a lot of YouTube content and what people talk about is because they read a book and now they're spitting out the content from the book. Or I read Spark Notes. There's tons of apps like short form where you can like get a book digested.
Yeah.
But if it's like a good book and I'm really into it, I'm really searching for that information, I'll digest in a book here and there.
Yeah. What was the last like thing you learned? I guess like
I was wondering where this was going to go.
No, yeah, because it was a question for the group, but it was like, what's the last like piece of content you like consumed to like learn something?
It was definitely a financial book. I can't remember the name, but it is something financial based.
Like Rich Dad Poor Dad, like Robert Kiyosaki?
No, that's like amateur financial. But like this one was a bit different. It talks more about like wealthy mindset. I think it's called the Wealthy Way or Set for Life, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I wanted to ask the group because niggas don't be reading. Like, people just consume, like, just random shit all day. So it's like people don't be really, like, you know.
They need Subway Surfers.
Yeah. Because, like, I never understood that until someone actually explained it. Like, oh, yeah, that's why they put the little gaming shit at the bottom to keep people's attention
spans,
for
yeah.
Because like if you ever seen like on TikTok or something where people will put like a clip of something at the top and then they'll be playing Subway Surfers at the bottom.
Oh, but they watch Subway Surfers.
No, yeah, it's
all listening to it.
Yeah, like it's to keep their attention because if they don't have that, they swipe.
It was
up
bad when we were kids.
Huh?
Yeah, it was bad when we were kids.
Yeah, and
then social media came around and made it even worse.
And it's like to think, damn, you need
I miss Pac-Man.
a secondary thing to listen to one thing. Like,
it's because of short form content.
Like content, like just like we already had short attention span, short form content. Fuck that.
Yeah, it ruined it. Because TikTok, the system, the way it's organized, it's like a reward system. Yeah. You're always expecting something new next. That's why you'll spend hours on it without even realizing it.
It's consistent dopamine, bro.
Yeah. Instant gratification with no work. You don't instant gratification, but it requires no work on your end.
Yeah.
The opposite of what you should be striving for.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like hit the gym, bro. Read a book.
Hit the fucking gym, bro.
Like you're not going to see results right away. Maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. You're going to see some results, but you know, read a book. You know,
go. What was the last book you read? Or like
I'm reading Lord of the Rings right now.
Oh, okay.
What was the last book you read that you learned something from? Like an
audio book or some type of content.
I mean, I didn't. So after the Hard Times Create Strong Man, I was reading The Prince by Machiavelli.
Okay. But
he just talks about like kind of villainous paths to take your political career, like how to be I guess like a Roman villain in the political scheme. But where I learned the most was Hard Times Create Strong Men, and he was just talking about how society's
fucked.
It's really crumbling. And we have continued to allow people to come in and do whatever they want to do. And if they scream loud enough, then we permit them to be the way that they are. And then as soon as you give someone when you give someone an inch, then they take a mile. And it just continues to crush our society. We elect corrupt officials that destroy the economy for their own gain. And it's only hurting the common people. And lots of other stuff that I don't think that I can say on camera.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Last book I read. Really wasn't a book. It was an ebook.
Still a book, bro.
Yeah, but it was Gary Vaynerchuk's ebook on email marketing, on social media marketing, because we started this podcast and like everything's like trying to get it off the ground and things like that. We've gone semi-viral a few times, but I want to keep that consistency, but also just build a business on top of building a show. and like a mailing list and things like. Because I have all of that infrastructure for Fat to Fit Athletics, and I have all of that infrastructure for Mike Alston, but I don't have it for Forsaken Pride. And being that Fat to Fit Athletics and Mike Alston are two of the same, like it's both fitness. Forsaken Pride's obviously a podcast that falls into radio and television and stuff. So I wanted to look into that to see, what new strategies that I may not know about that could, help us out in the future. So I paid like $50 for that and just been reading all that.
Yeah.
And I haven't finished it yet. It's like 20 pages, bro.
In the future, we could do like clothing line or like do clothes.
Got Goose?
Yeah. I've always wanted to make. I've always wanted to do like a fitness clothing kind of thing. I want
to do clothing. Like now that like I've had a little bit of clout socially, like I've always wanted to make merch. Like always, like even when I was really really super into my photography company 333 Studios, I made clothes. I have like samples of clothes and everything in my closet. Like it's basically like my uniform whenever I go out and do photo shoots and stuff. And when I started Fat to Fit, even though I was still overweight, like I literally like if I go on my phone, I have like merchandise album like ideas of like windbreakers, hats, you know what I mean, joggers and stuff like that. And like I already have talked, like Wendy see me like talk to many manufacturers and like get samples and things like that. So I've always wanted to start like a clothing line, so I'm down. I just don't want nobody to know it's my clothing line because I feel like niggas would be like, oh, that's Mike's shit. I'm not wearing that, But if they don't know it's me, then
yeah, I'm gonna say as long as we I'll be the spokesboy.
Yeah. No, that's gonna be controversial.
I would say
that's gonna be controversial.
I don't think when that time none of us should be the just so that it's separate.
Just go.
Yeah, just so that it's like,
or we could just like all be wearing.
Well, bro, we just get Austin to throw that shit on one day, bro, and take a picture.
No, but him, and then the three of us around him, but we're all in full goose costumes, and you can't see our faces.
Right.
And we're just standing there.
Looking like the KKK.
So no, dude, we're like this. We're just like you can't see our face, and we're just standing there solemn around him while he's posing.
All right. So the last thing I was looking at, I was looking at 50 Cent's book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, and
what'd you learn from that?
A lot, because he shows he talks a lot about his like business ventures and how he just took chances on shit and
like vitamin water.
Yeah, like and because I just finished that chapter and I guess he made that investment in vitamin water in 2004 and the shit sold for a few billion and that was some shit. So it was just like just hearing like all his stories about how he, similar to how you've kind of broke things down where like it seems like everything you do is like calculated or like you put a lot of like
systematic,
like you put a lot of thought into the shit and like just hearing about like his shit with vitamin water and even like his like how he was sharing a story about how there was a producer that helped him out with I think his first album, Get Rich or Die Trying, and he was sharing about how there was an example where I guess like he was recording an album in his friend's studio and he was like just off the love, kind of like, similar to like how we're doing here where it's like we record the podcast at your house and it's like off the strength of like, all right, since you let us record at your house, when I blow up, I'm gonna fuck with you and I'm gonna put you on, blah blah blah. But once he finally got put on, old boy sent the label a $50,000 tab because they were like, all right, y'all did all this shit in my house. So boom, his 50,000, whatever. That's cool. And no, because 50 took it as like disrespect because he was like, damn, like I was gonna put you on already, but you doing it for a check. But I was gonna put you on regardless. Oh. So what ended up happening was he was like, look, I'll give you 30,000 and I'll give you a point. And the point, I guess, like how it works in music, it's like almost like shares. So it's like if he would have took the 15 or whatever and the point, that point was worth $1.3 million. But he ended up fucking the bag up because he was so pressed to get that money up front. Yeah, he was so pressed to get that money up front that
the producer?
Yeah, the producer was so pressed to give the label, oh yeah, get blah blah blah. So it was just one of those things where it's just talking Patience. Shit about like not doing everything for a check because everything you're not gonna get monetary gain from.
It's like when you starting the business with your boys or you're joining a business with your boys, bro. It's like, you gotta understand, bro, shit starts at the ground. You know, you can't come in talking about, I want $1 million, I want 50K, I want this, I want this, I want this. It's like, bro, just fuck with niggas for the sake of fucking with niggas, bro. And then when everybody blow up, very oddly familiar situation going on here, you know what I mean? When things start to come into fruition and things start to do well, now everybody doing good. It's no longer a matter of like, damn, bro, like Mike making 100K, bro. This nigga won't even give me 20 racks. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, bro. If I'm making,
that's a lot of money.
You making 100, you making 100. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, bro, you can't. Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah,
bro.
No,
like,
it was
fucked up how his own boy did that shit too.
Yeah, no, it was definitely. He definitely got stories because he was also talking about. I don't know if you know who Gilly the Kid is,
No.
But he runs a podcast now, $1 million worth of game.
Okay.
But I guess when he was coming up, he was like popular Philly rapper or whatever, and 50 was trying to put him on. He was trying to be like, hey, put you on, blah blah blah, and he was like, nah, I need a mill signing bonus. I'm not doing it. I guess he was looking at some of the other Philly rappers. They got way more. Yeah, and it's like, granted, he's successful now in like the podcast world, but he never got that shine. Yeah, he never got that shine in the music world because he was so pressed to get that money up front. So
only niggas I know making millions of dollars on podcasts is Joe Rogan, Logan Paul, Full Send. Like,
well, no, they probably making a decent amount because they just signed
a decent amount, but they ain't making rap.
I'm not saying, I don't know. I know they signed this big deal with Barstool. So
oh shit,
yeah,
Barstool Sports. Oh shit.
Yeah, so I
didn't even know they was an agency.
Yeah,
I thought they was just like some internet funny shit, bro.
He just buys a pizza every day.
Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that shit was like, damn. But even still, like, it kind of goes to show, bro. Like for my successful friends, right? Like, I mean, I feel like most of my friends are successful. But like my friends who are like you can look at them and be like, yeah, bro, that nigga got money. You know what I mean? I never ever ask how much money these niggas make.
Yeah.
I never ask these niggas for money. You know, there have been times where I got pictures on my phone, bro, that I favorited. Like when I have had $0 and 0 cents in my bank account.
You ever had negative?
Yeah, no, I've been.
It's a good time.
No, ask my girl, bro. I've been negative $600 at one point, bro.
Yeah, I love when the bank is like, "Hey, I see that you have negative, no money, so it's gonna take $20.
We're gonna keep going,
just for collateral, and we're gonna add a $6 bill pay fee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there have been times there was a time I was negative $600. There was a time I had literally nothing, like nothing in my checking, nothing in my saving, and no cash in my pocket.
Do not pass go. Do not collect 200.
Fucking nothing, bro. And I have like a good handful of friends that I'm like, bro, I know for a fact, bro, like these niggas could change my life with this one solid favor. You know what I mean? I just never pulled the trigger. I've always been just like, yo, like I need to get that shit on my own. Or maybe rather than trying to get money from them, you know, they're all influencers, they're all in that creative space, and I have, you know, certain skills with photography and videos, editing, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe I could like barter services, you know what I mean? Like if I don't sell it to you, like I'll just do it for free, but like shout me out type shit. You know what I mean? And it worked.
Yeah.
You know? Like I've never been in my friends' pockets, bro. I think that shit's like I think like niggas like that is like scum, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like
no, like honestly, like I've gotten through so many doors and met so many people just off the strength of like just doing stuff just for the love, just off of like.
That's how I got my deal with Lost Breed.
Yeah, because it's like it's almost like scummy how some people are like, oh yeah, I'm doing this because I care, but then once it's over, it's like, hey, by the way, it's like, so don't even do it, or if that's what you want, like just say that up front. Like,
that's how I got my deal with the Lost Breed. Like I was 21, 22, and I had just really started getting on like with like photography and cameras and stuff, and I love their content, I love their clothes. I had a couple of workout programs and everything of theirs, and then they had just dropped like a spring collection back in like 2018, and it looked like they were just like standing against a white wall and taking a picture and shit. And I was like, yo, like maybe I could pull up with my camera and I could like offer more value, you know what I mean? And I was like, yo, like where are you guys from? You guys in LA? They was like, no, we're in Connecticut. Connecticut from here is like 6 hours away. So I was like, bro, like I will take that drive. Me and my girl will pop out, get a hotel, you know what I mean? Like y'all don't get like, oh, how much you charge, bro? I'm like, bro, don't pay me anything. You know, I just want to pull up and see if I can help you, because one, I was new in photography at the time. So I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, like I'm charging $2,000, $3,000 for this, and I'm not giving you $2,000, $3,000 worth of work. You know, so I'm like, hey, I'm just pull up, take the pictures. If y'all like it, use it. If you don't, hey, bro, fuck it. I still came out here. I got to meet y'all. And, you know what I mean? I come out there, bro. I tell them my story. They ended up using my pictures. You know what I mean? And then like 2 years down the line, they launched like an affiliate program, and I was like, yo, I want to be a part of that. You know, like can I get a code or some shit like that? And they're like, yo, Mike, you know, we can just sponsor you, bro. We just send you free shit every month. You know that?
Yeah, that goes deeper into networking too. And the best way to network is to either provide value to people, as what you've done with that, or become a person worth networking with. Become a person of value. But if not, then the best way you can get in somebody's circle, or just to meet somebody of influence at all, is to see how you can provide value in their life and help them out with whatever you see fit based on your skill set. And so I think that's exactly what you've done. Even with me, I remember you organized a workshop here. You picked me up from the airport. And then that also initially started off with you offering, or not offering, but video editing services. You know, like, so you always led from a position of how can I provide value, and that's how you've gotten your hand in certain networks with people. That's what I've noticed too.
A man of value.
To try, bro. Because like how I ended up meeting Austin was, you know, I've been following for a long time. I was a big fan, and we hadn't spoken to each other, met each other, anything. And I was a part of his his email list. And he had mentioned that he was looking for somebody to edit his videos. And I had watched so many of his videos, and I was like,
probably knew how to.
I think I'll be pretty good at that, you know. And I, you know, had experience like editing my own content at the time when I first started with YouTube and shit like that. Like, you can't hear these people outside. On here, but yeah, like I started like editing, you know, my own YouTube content and everything. Shit, you helped me out a few times with like my mentor Zach. He had me do a fucking project. It was like he was sending it to like South by Southwest, and he was like, "Yo, Mike, like I need you to like work on this video for me because I'm busy." I didn't know what to do, so I went to Justin. And so, you know, I bartered your service, like, hey, bro, you fuck with me, I'll fuck with you, you know what I mean? And in turn, I learned the skills necessary to even compete for this title to be Austin's title. And then Austin was like very transparent and upfront with me, bro, because like he had responded so quickly. It gassed me up. I'm thinking I'm the only nigga that responded. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a shoo-in. And he was like, well, nah, bro, it's like 5 more people. You know? And then I was telling my girl, I was like, yo, like I gotta be like the best nigga to do this shit, bro. You know what I mean? And I sat and like I edited a Why You Suck at Pull-Ups video.
Was it that? I thought it was a full day of eating.
Nah, it was both.
Okay.
Both. It was a full day eating when you were about to launch the double dip bars. And then it was the Why You Suck at Doing Pull-Ups. Why You Suck at Doing Pull-Ups, I literally edited the shit in hindsight the exact same way you did. But what held me back is that the day before your deadline that you had, I literally broke my laptop. Like I got mad, I got frustrated, like my software wasn't working, and I fucking just snapped.
I did that too once.
And then when I saw like my screen was fucked up and everything, asked my girl, like I deadass started bawling, crying, because I was like, what did I just do? Why the fuck did I do that? Like I just fucked up this great opportunity and all this other stuff. And then
you should put like sticky notes of how much shit costs before you break it.
Before I lash out. And I remember sending you a video of like, yo, like, my bad, bro. I don't think I'm gonna be able to have the video, bro. I just fucked up my laptop. I gotta pay a new one and stuff. And I didn't have a job back then. Like I had no money. I had no side hustle, nothing. I joined Uber that same day, and I grinded my ass off for like 3 or 4 days to come up with $1,600 to buy this laptop. And then by the time that video was released on YouTube, you had, you know, taken it upon yourself to edit it because obviously you were probably waiting on me and I took too long. And then when it posted, bro, me and my girl were like, bro, that shit is exactly what I did. Exactly, bro. It's like very minute details, bro. You know what I mean? And I was just like, God damn it. And then he was like, yeah, maybe not the editing thing, bro. And I thought I had like lost the relationship, you know? But then my boy Matt owned the calisthenics gym. And I was like, yeah, bro, I just did this thing for Austin Dunham. I don't think I'm gonna. He was like, oh, Austin Dunham. How you know Austin Dunham? I was like, well, I don't really know him, bro. I was trying to do this thing, but I think I fucked it up. He was like, no, hold on, bro. Send that nigga an email, bro. Tell him that I'm trying to do an event I'll pay for his flight, pay for his hotel. You know, you go get him and drive him around DC, bro, and set the whole thing up. You know what I mean? And so I send another email on a whim, not thinking that the shit would work. And then he responded back, and he verbatim, the nigga said, "Now, see, that's a collab." Because I was wondering what the fuck I was going to get out of this, and what y'all was going to get out of this being a small business. And at the time, I think he had like 200K subscribers and shit like that. So he was already, you know, established and stuff. And then he came through, and the rest is history, bro.
So, question for you, Austin: what made you respond?
Yeah,
to which email?
I guess like after you found out that like he broke his shit and he wasn't actually send you the video and whatever, and then they sent the follow up, whatever. Like, what made you decide to respond after that?
Because I've always wanted to do like a workshop or a meetup. I just didn't go about organize it myself. So I saw an opportunity there of how that can actually happen, and I didn't have to do a whole lot of work for myself to organize it and find a place and do this and that. And so it just seemed like an easy gateway for me to try something out that I've been wanting to try out, and it was set up and brought upon me. So I was like, sure, why not? Yeah, let's do it. And it turned out really good too.
To this day, like a lot of people still talk about it, because that's where we met Sean. That's where we met Ferris. That's where we met Duke. Like,
that workshop connected a lot of people who are still friends today.
A lot of people, bro.
So it was a good time.
Crazy, bro. Good time. Fuck yeah, man. So for all the gentlemen out there, bro, shoot your fucking shot, man. Be a man. You know what I mean? Develop skills that could potentially put you in places where you never would have even thought possible. You know what I mean? Like, I was never a guy that. Like, I always had, I mean, I knew I was a friendly person and everything. I've never had a famous friend, you know what I mean? Or friends. Because, like, after meeting Austin, I was like, oh, I want to meet the Lost Breed now. After meeting the Lost Breed, I'm like, oh, shit, I want to meet this person now, this person now, this person now, you know? My girl and I, we would call them the big fish. I went on a mission to hunt all the big fish, you know? Everybody that I followed and liked on Instagram, I was like, I'm going to meet that nigga.
He's a fisher of men.
And it's not for real.
Literally,
but even still, it's like low key. Even to this day, it's true. You know, like even OKA. I was watching him for years, and I was about to meet him one day. I've been to his house several times. He gave me literally like 2 giant trash bags full of clothes. He's like, "Yo, Mike, I can't wear this shit no more, bro. You lost hella weight." And you were talking to me at the gym about having to buy new clothes, bro. I'm gonna just fuck with you, bro. Take all this raw gear shit. Take all this Gymshark shit.
That's crazy.
You know, I was over at his house with his girl and everything, and they've invited us out multiple times to dinners, like, you know, and I would watch fucking your boy Ash all the time. And then randomly, that one guy, Jason Callenbay, who's another famous influencer, had all of us in a fucking video chat call, and I'm seeing like 10 niggas that I always see on my Explore page and shit, you know, like accumulated phone numbers. I've had many conversations and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, we're not buddy, but it's like, damn, like everything seemingly that I've sought out to do, I've done, all under the umbrella of photography, editing, videos, you know what I mean? And then now that I've lost a lot of weight, and now that I've built a following on Instagram, that even puts me in higher standing even still today. You know, so who the fuck knows who I'll meet now? I shook hands with Lil Durk on accident, bro. She cool, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like you never know who you'll meet.
Exactly, but it all came from developing a skill for photography. You know, so shoot your shot, man.
Even if you're scared, like, because I know that's how I got into acting. Like, I was afraid. Like, I was a quiet kid in class, so I was just like, all right, like, let me do the most like non-quiet shit possible, and
let me do the loudest shit I could think of.
So like if it got to that point where I was like, if I'm comfortable in front of 15,000 people, I could be comfortable with anybody. Like, and so
what you got to take away, bro? Vince?
Oh, going off of his, I always had crippling stage fright. I couldn't put myself out there whatsoever.
Just a little shy guy, man.
But he's a lot better than
sometimes.
The first episode, it was
like public talking, public speeches, and all that.
Vince was like a deer in headlights, dude.
Yeah, but now he's gotten comfortable, and
he's gotten comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, he got comfortable.
Yeah,
he got comfortable, nigga. But the thing is, right, is that now, like we were mentioning at the very, very beginning of the episode about how, you know, I've had a conversation with you about online coaching and altering your page and everything like that to accommodate that. Austin piggybacked on that and co-signed on that. That's a skill. very lucrative skill, and that's something that is gonna put you out in the public eye. Meaning that you have to take not only just like phone pictures, I mean like professional pictures, before and after pictures and things like that. Like really upscale your online presence, you know, to become a successful coach. Hopefully, potentially, knock on wood, making $10K a month profit.
Yeah,
you know, but you gotta do it though. You know, it's on you. So hopefully, I hope that that kind of ignited something to push you.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm not really sure how I'd even start. I guess, like you said, just changing my page.
I made your bio already. I sent it to you, I think.
I think
bio
so.
In my notes, I think I sent it to you, but I'll send it again.
Yeah.
I expect to see this bio when I check Instagram tonight.
Yeah, and I can help you out with a name, and like we
right, you could be Human Shrek Fitness. That's already your Instagram. Just be Human Shrek Fit.
Yeah.
I mean,
or something. Yeah, just something.
Orc weightlifting, orc bodybuilding, ogre fit, nigga.
Orc bodies.
Okay.
Orcs only.
All right, well, Austin, we appreciate you for coming out, man.
Don't give it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. We
of course, man. Yeah.
fucking with because we small right now, but we appreciate you, man. And if there's anything you want to like plug or anything you want to share with the people, then
nothing to plug, but just check me out, Austin Dunham. I got a lot of content that will help you in your fitness, relationships, and overall self-image and self-improvement towards your male journey, your male life, especially young men. So check me out.
Wake up one day looking like him, man.
Walking around like no Adonis. Promises, but
walking around like Adonis, man.
YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and OnlyFans.
Whoa, OnlyFans,
Patreon. He's a classy man.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks.
Only patrons.
Goose Gang out.
Honk.